y'all, this is Brittney Giselle and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like and comment down below. And if you've been around for a while, thank you all so much. So I have gotten quite a few questions about how I edit. You know, let me just start off with, I feel like we are all definitely our own worst critics. I'm not gonna say that my editing is terrible, but I have definitely grown and seen my own improvement, but I do have a ways to go. Do I consider my editing to be more on like just a basic, more regular side of things? Yes. And I enjoy that. I like that. But honestly, at the end of the day, people are watching videos for what the content of itself that you're bringing the videos. I do want to say to anyone that has either not started their channel yet or is interested in starting a channel but are being kind of like pushed back from doing it or holding themselves back from doing it because they don't have the software or the equipment or anything like that to make it look like fancy like other people's that they watch. I want to tell you right now, you will grow, you will learn. Those things will come with time. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold us, the viewers, back from witnessing the content that you can create, that you want to create, and the things that you want to share with us because you don't have those things. And I'm saying that from experience. I held myself back for a very long time because I felt like I want to have this and I want to have that and all these things in place before I get started. And honestly, all of those things can and will come with time, but holding ourselves back is just doing just that. Like, I held myself back from a long time. I feel like I could have been further ahead in my goals in the YouTube game had I not, you know, held myself back and been in my thoughts so much. So that was just my quick little spill that I needed to throw out there because I feel like obviously the question is coming to me because people like the way that I do things. So here I am. I'm gonna give you what you want, okay? I put out the polls. Anytime I put out a poll on Instagram or if I put it on like my community tab and it comes across your YouTube screen, please feel free to answer the questions, the polls, because I'm putting those questions out for a reason because I want to know what you're enjoying, what you would like to see from me, things like that. I take into consideration everyone's answers and I'm truly appreciative of it. So I want to thank you in advance for my future polls or questions that will come out. That really helps me a lot to just know what people are looking forward to, are expecting, or what they're willing to engage with. So just want to say that real quick. I'm just going to give you the basics. For one, I use iMOVIE. I do have some green screens that one of my friends has made for me. I have some that I've made for myself. If you're interested in learning how to make your own, just like very simple ones, I'm gonna let you know right now, I use Canva. If that's a video that you would like to see on how I've created mine, I will definitely bring that. I would love to do that if people are interested in it, for sure. I will also insert down in the description box the YouTube converter that I use for music and for video clips. That is something that took me a while to like figure out and get into. Learning the whole music part, you know, copyright free, all that is very stressful. It was very stressful, but now that I understand it more, trust me, I'm not fully there, but I understand it, you know, at a better level now. I will have as much info as I can possibly think of when it comes to editing your videos. I will have all of that linked down or, you know, describes in the description box. But without further ado, I won't hold you any longer. Let's get into the editing part. First thing that I do is gather all of my clips and get them into iMovie, and then I like to go ahead and put my intro at the beginning of the video so that I don't forget it later on. You can adjust the volume. I noticed that the music for my intro is kind of loud, so there's that bar at the bottom you can use, or up at the top there's the volume adjuster. You can utilize that as well. Then what I do is just start letting my video play, and I start making my cuts where I feel necessary. To make my cuts, I press Command B and that'll split it. And then I let it play a little bit, figure out where else it is that I need to make the other cut, and then I press delete to get rid of that clip. Next are transitions. So the transition button is up at the top left of the screen. There are a variety of them that you can choose from. I usually put it in where I feel the transition is necessary and you have to have a cut in between the clips. I put it in, go to a little bit before the end of the first clip, let it play through to make sure that I like the way the clip is transitioning, and then that's how you add them in wherever you feel necessary. Now there are two different types of zoom effects. There's the Ken Burns. So up at the top you would click like the cropping tool. Ken Burns is where you can pick a part of the video and it'll, depending on the time of that clip, it'll zoom it into whatever part of the video you want it to be at. And then there's just cropping for it to go from the bigger picture to the just that clip, that smaller picture. I hope that makes sense. For that feature, we're going to click on crop to fill, and you're going to adjust the rectangle to whatever part of the video it is that you want it to zoom into. And then you go ahead and let it play through again to make sure it comes out to your liking. Up at the top, I clicked edit, and then you can undo or redo changes. There are a lot of other edits. Also, I just want to point out that to the right of all of those edits are the keyboard shortcuts if you prefer to make your edits off of your keyboard versus using your mouse to click around at the different settings. Let's say you made a mistake in something that you said in your video and you want to do a voiceover on it. You can do what's called a freeze frame. So you go ahead and split the clip, go up to the top of the screen, click modify, and then I added a freeze frame. You can adjust that. You have to just play around with it and see, you know, how you're going to clip it and extend it depending on the audio that you're putting onto it. So to add the audio, I go up and click the little microphone, and once I have it set where I want the audio to start, I go ahead and press the record button and I can start recording my voiceover. Once my voiceover is recorded, like everything else, I go back, listen to it, make sure it lines up with everything, and then move on to the next step. Now we're going to add text to the video. So we go to the top left of the screen, click on titles, and I'm just going through. There are a lot of different options to choose from. These are really fun to play around with as well. I chose one, put it in to, you know, on top of the clip that I wanted it to pop up on. Typed in just something. I wrote hi there just so you guys can see, and let it play through, see if I like it, and that's it. That part is very, very simple. To add music to your video, you want to make sure you're clicked on audio at the top and then click music to the left. Now you can go and click through all of the music that you already have downloaded. Press the play button to preview the music along the top, those green bars at the top of the screen. You can just move the cursor to listen to that part of the track. Once you're ready to add it to your video, you click on the title of the song itself and slide it down to that space underneath your video clips. Here I'm adjusting the volume to my liking, and I let it play through just to see what it sounds like. Also, if you wanted to like fade in to your video, there's that little cursor at the very front and end of each audio or each clip, and you can just move that over, adjust it to how much you want it to fade into the video. And like I said before, I just kind of let it play and make sure that it all sounds smoothly. Now here, I wanted to make the same track play over and over throughout my video. So what I did was I selected it, I went up to the top, I copied it, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste it throughout the rest of my video just so I have the same background music playing over and over. Here I'm showing you how you can add filters to your clips. So the first thing you want to do is select the clip, go up to the top and click the filter icon, which is like the three little circles, and then there's gonna come up with the little options right under it that there's clip filter and then audio filter. All you have to do is look through the different filters that are offered on there and click the one that you'd like to choose. Again, I like to watch it over, make sure it looks or sounds the way I want it to, and if I don't like it, then I can always go back and change it or remove it, either way. And then the same with the audio filters. Here I'm just scrolling through the other options at the top, the other editing options. There's depth of field, which is for cinematic videos. You can adjust that after it's been imported. Then you can also adjust the coloring. I honestly don't really fool around with this too much, but I just want to show you that this is an option if you ever needed to adjust the coloring of your video. Now when it comes to adjusting the volume of your background music, I will select all of my main clips and then go to the volume icon and click lower volume of other clips. That way my main content is in the foreground and then my background music is very low in the back, and then I can always adjust the volume as needed. Now we're gonna add some sound effects. So right under the music tab, there's sound effects, and there are so many options on iMovie, but you literally just have to like go through and play them, see what flows best with what it is that you're looking for and goes with your video. So one of my favorite ones to use is bottle cork. If you're interested in knowing some of the other sound effects that I use, comment that down below and I will put some information out about that. And here, I didn't mention it earlier, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, as you can see, I have a lot of music stored in my library. So if there's a song name or whatever keyword I can think of in a title, I can type that into the little search bar on top, so that way it can filter through and make it a little bit easier to find the music that you're looking for. Now we're going to get into some fun stuff. So I'm adding a meme to my video. So I have a split somewhere in between that I know I want to add it. I go into my downloads or my folder that I have the meme saved already, and I add it, watch it through, and go from there. I love adding memes to my videos. Once I figured it out, it was super fun. And to add green screens to my video, there are two ways to do it. I can go into my project media. So these are green screens that I've already used in other videos and they're already stored in iMovie, or I can get it from my downloads. But this is the easiest way I was able to get to it. From my project media, I just drag and dropped it on top of the clip that I wanted it to be at, and then I make sure it's selected, and at the very top, the little two square icons is the video overlay settings. You want to click on that and then go down, drop it to green screen, and then it does the magic for you. To add other images or pics to my video, I take the same steps and drag and drop from either downloads or from my media library on top of the part of the video where I want it to be. Click on the video overlay settings, and then I go down to picture in picture. From that point, you can adjust that photo or image to your liking. If you want to keep it cropped on the side, if you want it to fill the whole screen, you can play around with it, see how you like it on there. And again, it does the magic for you. It is instantly on top of your video, and that's it. Also, you can add a border if you want to make it stand out and change the color of the border. So you go up to your options at the top, click on border. There's like the dotted lines, there's a steady line, or like a thicker bolder line. You can click what you like, and then there's like the little color option on the side. You can adjust it to your liking and even add a shadow if you wanted to, and click the color of the shadow, or choose the color of the shadow, should I say. But yeah, it's super cool and makes your videos fun, aesthetic, and you can just add more things. But yeah, it's a simple step. Once I get near the end of my video, I like to add my outro or my end screen so that I don't forget. And it's the same steps that I took as adding my intro at the very beginning. Now, I'm extending the background music a little bit more. I didn't keep doing it earlier, but I also wanted to go into my outro. So that's how I have like outro music playing. Once everything is in its place and I'm happy with how my video turned out, I always watch it through. But once I'm done with that, it is time to save. So I go to the top right corner, click the share button, tap on the export file, and then the settings menu will come up. If you want to change any of the settings, make adjustments, click the file that you want to save it or download it to on your computer, and that's it. Then it starts prepping, it starts to download, and then there's the upload process to YouTube. So that is the end of this video on how to edit on iMovie and iMovie basics. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. Thank you all who requested this video. If you liked it, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment down below, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye.